Hey guys, so this week was busy and I actually haven't really been able to do much this week. And fun fact, I didn't do much over the weekend either. I pretty much worked the entire week. Then I had a lot of mentoring sessions for ballroom, and then over the weekend, as you can see here, we went to this cool outlet mall that really reminded me of California, and it was kind of cool, honestly. The weather was great, at least for half our time there. And then went to this really cool burger place called Black Label. Now, at the time, it was really good and we enjoyed the burger and whatnot. However, the next day, we're all feeling kind of and we're pretty sure we got food poisoning. Yeah. So, yeah. I think it was just a bad batch of patties, or maybe, I don't know. Makes me cautious for the next time. But it tasted so good in the moment, I don't know. Anyways, other things that I've done this past week. As you saw throughout the last couple of vlogs, we've gotten HelloFresh boxes. We've finally gotten through all of them. I think we showed you the last one in last week's vlog. But I don't know if anyone saw in the description, I said that I would be coming out with a review and a ranking order for all of the recipes that we've tried. And so that's what this is. What I think we've all agreed on is the number 8 recipe that we got was this right here. Yeah, the creamy dreamy mushroom Kavatapi. It was bland. We tried to stay as close to the recipes as much as we could, but if we knew we wanted a little more garlic or more seasoning somewhere, we would add it. But I can 100% say this was the blandest thing. Would I recommend the dreamy mushroom Kavatapi? I would not. Now, number 7 was the ginger lime salmon with scallion rice and roasted broccoli. This, I would say we disagreed on how good this was, mostly because the other person that I had these with, they don't like fish. And so it was very fishy, which for some people it might be a good thing, it might be a bad thing. For me, I thought it was pretty good flavor-wise. Honestly, it was a little nerve-wracking trying to prepare the fish and whatnot, but I thought in the end it was pretty good. Now, number 6 ranked dish is the beef bulgogi meatballs with roasted carrots, ginger rice, and sriracha crema. See, this picture looks so good. But as you can see how ours turned out, well, yeah. Now, I want to be fair and say this could have gone up had we eaten it right after we had finished making it, but we actually had mentoring session for ballroom. It was sitting out for about 30 to 40 minutes after we had made it, so it was a little cold. We did reheat it and tried to salvage it, but in the end it just kind of fell short from expectations. I definitely think that this is a dish that would have tasted fairly good had we eaten it right after. Number 5, top 5 of our experience, is the fully loaded pork taquitos with pico de gallo, creamy guacamole, and hot sauce. Now this, I will say, was pretty good. I thought that the meat was juicy, everything just worked together. Now, I will say that we didn't eat the guacamole, mostly because the other person is allergic to avocados. But even without the guacamole, I thought it tasted pretty good. Just throw in a little bit of hot sauce. They actually give you hot sauce, but we added a little more, and definitely recommend. Speaking of spicy things, number 4, And for me, it was number one for a little while before we had made some of the other dishes. It is this one, Frank's Red Hot Spiced Crispy Chicken Cutlets. Now this, I will say, tasted pretty good. The mashed potatoes were creamy. The seasoning that we put around the chicken tasted really, really good. It reminded me of buffalo chicken, which I think is what Frank's Red Hot is known for. So that's good, right? I definitely would recommend. They actually gave us honey so that we can try it with honey and stuff. And yeah, the only thing that I would say is probably if you wanted to zhuzh it up, right? Add a little more scallion, maybe more seasoning to both the chicken and to the mashed potatoes, but honestly, it was really, really good. All right, now we come to the top 3 dishes. I would say coming in number 3 is the Zucchini, Matz, and Sundried Tomato Panini. Now, this was really, really good. I think that had we had an actual panini press and I would say the necessary like skillets and whatnot, like I think this would have been like even higher. I think this might have been like 1 or 2. However, the problem was that the bread didn't toast evenly just because we didn't have the right utensils. Other than that, I think this was fantastic. I really, really enjoy eating meat, but I did not miss the meat at all in this dish. I thought everything really worked well together, and it obviously was so, so tasty. Okay, the number 2, the runner-up, is the pork sausage spaghetti bolognese. Now, I thought this was really good. The texture was really good, the flavor, the seasoning, the meat was really nice and juicy. And I think the only thing that I added to this was I just, instead of 2 cloves of garlic, I think I bumped it up to like 6 or something. We really, really like garlic. I think other than that, I didn't really add anything else to it. And this on its own would definitely recommend you guys trying if you end up, trying this out. And in my opinion, the best dish that we had out of the 8 were the barbecue cheddar pork burgers. These were delicious. Oh my gosh. I definitely 100% recommend this. I think that out of everything that I've made so far during like quarantine and this whole pandemic, this has to be one of the best things by far. Everything just works so well together. Now, I will say it was a little rough, like putting everything together. But in the end, everything was so worth it. Now, overall, do I recommend HelloFresh as a service? Yes and no. I think this service is really good for certain people. I think if you're looking for a cheaper alternative to buying groceries and preparing meals throughout the week, I think this is not the way to go. I think this is if you have a little bit of money and you are okay with kind of splurging and buying. These are basically separate meals from your groceries. So I guess you don't have to worry about dinner, but you would have to worry about lunch and breakfast. And I think that was the biggest thing that we had for the last couple weeks that we've used HelloFresh, is that we ended up actually spending more money in the end because we had to go out and buy lunch because we just didn't have leftovers for work or something. So I think it's definitely something to consider. They do have lunch options and whatnot, but obviously that's an extra amount of money. What else to keep in mind when using a HelloFresh dish? This prep time right here is a lie. I don't really know how else to say that other than it's a lie. There were 2 of us who were prepping like this burger, and it definitely took longer than 10 minutes. I think the total time for this was 45 minutes. I think it took us close to an hour to an hour and a half. But yeah, overall, again, would I recommend it? Yes and no. I should say this video is definitely not sponsored, as you can tell by a lot of the criticisms that I had. I will say that for the last 5 or so dishes, so it's over half, I would say it was some pretty good flavors. It was very well seasoned, well balanced, but I would say that the other things could have used a little more, you know, something. I will say that this was definitely not filling. I mean, after 2 weeks of doing this, I definitely think that I got more used to having smaller portions for dinner, but I would say this was definitely not like super filling. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's a little bit of a weird one, right? Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a weird one, but yeah, I said I would do it, and I am. So, updates. It is the end of September, and I'm hoping that October, November, and December goes better in terms of retention and quality of videos, some of the stuff that I'm doing, right? And I hope that by the end of the year, I have at least 100 subscribers. And if we reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I will have something big planned for the 100 subscriber video. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope you guys stick around for more. Leave a comment down below about some of your favorite times, some of your favorite videos, and I will see you guys next week. All right? As always, have a good one, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. Leave a like, comment, and hit subscribe for more content.